Everybody, this is Jay with Bull Run Crypto, and today we're going to talk about why the market is crashing. If we just come over here to the cryptocurrency market, you can see Bitcoin just barely holding on to $100,000. It seems like every weekend we always have a sell-off. We always have red days. It seems like Sundays, right before the week starts, we always have these red days. And there's some speculation as to what may be causing it, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video. So if you guys are excited, crush up the likes and let's get into it. So first thing we have to talk about here is this DeepSeek Chinese AI that has just come out. They say it only took $6 million to train the AI model. So it seems like creating or developing AI is getting a lot more affordable. And DeepSeek, being a Chinese competitor to ChatGPT, it's really got American markets, in particular NASDAQ, shaking. I don't know if NASDAQ, because of NVIDIA or Facebook, Meta, who knows what's really freaking out or why it is, but those markets obviously don't open until tomorrow morning. But there are things shaking right now, and the cryptocurrency market is definitely feeling it right now. But take a look at DeepSeek here. You can actually download it and use it. It's a Chinese product. You can start now. But if you come down here, you can see the differences between ChatGPT, for example, or Llama, DeepSeek. And you can actually compare it side by side with everything just going down the list here. And so that's kind of unique to be able to dial that in there. But DeepSeek right now, it seems like, is the hot topic, okay? You can see right here, the market is confusing right now. Despite bullish headlines and a $105,000 Bitcoin, this is coming from Miles Dusher, people are fearful, and discussions of crypto cycle top have amplified, but don't get caught up in the noise. And then he gives some outlined ideas about some things to keep you bullish. The endorsement of President of the United States in a clear, friendly regulatory environment will generate seismic changes in the crypto industry. Yes. People have been waiting on the inauguration to make some ripple effects, but nothing's really happened other than that peak at 108,000, which some people are suggesting was the market top. Then you see liquidity is tight, but signs of easing happening. Great thread on the current macro cycle. You can read that down here. And then you could see this has been the worst cycle ever for altcoins. Yeah, altcoin season. Alts haven't really done anything except for meme coins. And a lot of the meme coins have been, money pits for retail investors especially. Important nuance, there are too many new tokens discussion. So this idea that there's too many tokens in the market keeps coming up, that, there's millions of coins. I think they say almost 1 million coins created a day at times. And back in 2021, there was, I think, 3 million tokens. And now there's like so many more, okay? So this idea keeps coming up. Asset selection has never been more important. Advanced decline in index ADI across 100 coins makes the importance of asset selection even more. Great summary of the market currently sits and the major factors at play. Market thoughts. You can see right here with Game, he goes into a lot of different analysis. Trump token liquidity black hole. The Trump launch kicked it all off. Liquidity got sucked out as people dumped assets. So yeah, it pumped, but then it dumped, and it actually kind of had a negative ripple effect. Overhype and underdelivered. So all the executive orders from Trump seem to have fizzled out. Like that's already come and gone. It's kind of like Elon. Elon used to be able to move coins like Doge back in the day, but now Elon tweets about Doge and nothing happens to the price. So right here, you can see AI Meta hit by NVIDIA fears. The AI hype took another hit after the DeepSeek R1 model release, which is what we talked about. PTSD charts and thin liquidity. The things that I take into consideration about the market, number one, is going to be how the cryptocurrency is going to be taxed in the future. U.S.-based crypto projects, zero capital gains tax proposal. Eric Trump has reportedly announced a significant policy shift confirming that U.S.-based cryptocurrency projects like XRP and HBAR will benefit from zero capital gains tax. This policy aimed at attracting more crypto investment. So why would someone invest in the stock market when they can invest in cryptocurrency at zero capital gains? Now, the first thing you're going to say is, well, way more stability in the stock market. But you remove the capital gains tax from crypto projects and you actually legitimize the market with the President of the United States signing executive orders, that's going to bring a lot of attention to a small developed market that has a lot of room to grow and catch up to something like S&P or NASDAQ in some cases. So keep an eye on this. This is something to be bullish about in the short term, but also in the long term. I'll follow Eric Trump as well. And then one thing I will say about the President of the United States, he's a bit of a headline chaser. It seems like, we go out there and we create a lot of headlines with him, and he starts a little bit of wars with people, even countries that we don't really need to be stirring things up with. In this case, this morning, it was Colombia. I'm not saying the president is wrong, but I'm just saying it seems like it's becoming a trend, whether it's Canada or Greenland or Panama or China or Europe or now in this case Colombia. Who knows? Maybe Brazil's next or Chile or Argentina or something like that. And this kind of stuff really does it destabilizes things, okay? Because people don't know what to expect with Trump, and they don't know who he's going to go after at any given time. Like I said, I'm not saying that he was wrong, but in this case, Colombia did not want to repatriate its what you could call them asylum seekers or former Colombians who are now being forced to come back home because they crossed the border illegally. Trump calls them criminals. But you could see he said emergency 25% tariffs on all goods coming into the United States. And then AOC tweets something like, oh, Trump wants to make you guys pay more for coffee. Like, there's a lot of countries out there that produce coffee. Ecuador, Costa Rica. I mean, there's a lot of countries out there that produce coffee. So even if there was a 25% tariff on coffee, it's kind of ridiculous to make that assumption that was like a big deal. But, I mean, Colombia would feel it for sure. I don't know how big of a travel or a partner, a trade partner Colombia is with the United States. It's probably not a very big one. They probably offer some fruits and stuff, but most of it's probably agricultural trade anyway. Enhanced customs and border protection inspections of all Colombian nationals and cargo. That could be a big deal. A travel ban and immediate visa revocations of the Colombian government officials and all allies and supporters. I mean, these are things that really put some heat on the Colombian president. And next thing you know, people say, oh, and the Colombian president just folded. So now he's back. The Colombian president sends a plane to the United States to help repatriate these people. So he goes from refusing to now saying, yeah, and his name is Gustavo Petro. He's the, as Trump calls him, socialist president. That word socialist, anytime you're called a socialist in this day and age, probably not a good thing to be labeled, and he's getting labeled that. So you can see right here, he's like Colombian, Colin Rugg says, Colombian President Gustavo Petro, who's now trying to be a tough guy to Trump, was caught over the summer allegedly treating on his wife with a transgender. I mean, this kind of stuff it's this kind of stuff right here that makes politics just such a a skeezy racket, right? But you can see he's issued this reply. He says the government of Colombia, Trump puts this out, has agreed to all of President Trump's terms, including the unrestricted acceptance of an illegal aliens from Colombia returned from the United States, including the U.S. military aircraft without limitation or delay. So that was the response, basically, from the Colombian president, who said, okay, we don't want any problems. And, they're just trying to do political stuff all across the board. And this kind of stuff could have impacts on the market over time. Trump tweets could impact the market in a positive way or in a negative way. And he's not even really tweeting anymore. It's mostly truthing, as he calls it, posting on truth. So Bitcoin volatility amid Trump's crypto support following recent fluctuations in the Bitcoin price, with a sharp drop from 105,000 to below 102,000. Actually, right now, if we look at the price, it's sitting at 100,000, barely holding on. XRP's below $3 now. Some people say this is an opportunity to buy. So people are looking at an opportunity to buy some of these coins, maybe Cardano, Doge, Stellar, Hedera, H-Bar. This could be an opportunity to enter H-Bar. Sui's down hard right now. Sui is really taking a licking. So we'll see what ends up happening. But long term, people are still bullish, but the market sentiment is changing a bit. Fear and greed is 55. Okay, so it's still pretty average. We haven't seen it hasn't swung in the direction of fear, but it hasn't gotten to an extreme greed level like it was. We were seeing that around November. It was getting quite greedy, frothy, and the market has consolidated and retraced. But overall, we're up on the year, the 1 year chart. But we'll see what ends up happening. Let us know in the comments what you guys think is going on with the market, why it's responding in a way to the DeepSeek news, Trump, or why it's not responding to the idea of possible cryptocurrency capital gains being removed, or the optimism that's coming towards the market in the next 30 days, 60 days, and 6 months even. So it's really interesting to see. But do you remain optimistic and bullish? I think so. I mean, I haven't gotten to that point where I'm like, oh boy. It is getting a little bit scary out there, though, guys. So we'll see you on the next one.